I'm back again with another tag. I mean, how else would you know you were on the right channel? So, today's tag is called the Hollywood Authortube tag. And this one is a really fun one. It's 5 simple questions, but maybe not so simple. But still, pretty cool. I'm just going to get right into it. First question, would your book be a TV show or a movie? I think that my book will be perfect as a Netflix original miniseries. I can see the first book being a 3-day thing. I can already picture it. In fact, I already wrote the script. I love writing scripts. Question number 2, would there be a sequel or another season? It definitely would be a sequel or another season. Not sure what they would call it when it's a miniseries. But Shattered is the first book in the Glass Corridor series, and there are 2 other that follow. Second one being Stained, third one being Sheer. And I can see both of those each getting their own 3-day stay at Netflix. I haven't written those scripts yet, but I'm on it. Question number 3. What show or movie could it cross over with? Now, originally I didn't have an answer to that, because my brain was going, there are like 8 billion stories about, someone's first day at school kind of thing, and then another billion about all the craziness that goes on when you're the new person at the new school kind of thing. So I was just stuck. But thank God for beta readers. During the beta process of my novel, I asked that question, what does this kind of remind you of, or, blah, 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 that question. And a couple people said Boys Over Flowers. Now, mind you, I was not familiar with it. I'd never heard of it. So for more than one person to say it, I'm thinking I might need to check this story out. And I did. And I checked out everything I could on it. And while I was looking up the stuff for Boys Over Flowers, then I found the original manga. I found all sorts of anime on it. I found the live action version of it, which was pretty cool. It was kind of funny. My story isn't funny, but that was pretty cool. And now I found that there's a new adaptation of it called Meteor Garden that just came out this year. I think actually it's a remake of something that came out a million years ago, but they have a 2018 version that came out on Netflix this year. So I can see where people were saying that they were similar. So yeah, I was catching that, especially the MC, because she's kind of tough. And I like her, and she go through some shit. But they have a lot of things that are not similar, so I'm really happy about that. 4th question, who would you cast? Casting to me would be the hardest and the funnest part of it, because I do not want to cast anybody that's known to play any of the kids. I want all unknown people for every kid character. And I want actual damn kids, not 30-year-old men and women playing 17-year-olds. I want 18, 19, 20 maybe, as long as they look 17. I don't actually want 17 because of some of the stuff that happens. So yeah, that is important. The exception to that rule of wanting all new faces is I don't care if the adults have a name, are famous or whatever. Some of the adults can be well known because they're not featured, so I don't mind that. Actually, I would kind of like that, but I don't have any particular ones in mind. So what I did do is I went on Pinterest, like everybody else in the world, and created an inspiration board for characters. And I found lots of characters to play the parts of my kids. I'm not saying that they're perfectly what I see in mind, but they're close enough. So here you go. So first up, I would have Aaliyah. She's my MC, and I adore her. I am having a hard time finding someone who really looks like who I picture, but I like this girl, whoever she is. I don't know who she is. I just took all these pictures off Pinterest, so I don't know who they are. Next, we have Chase. He's the bad guy, and that's the nicest way to put it. Chase to me, and again, he's another one. I'm still having a little trouble finding someone to really play him because Chase looks like an angel. He looks like the sweetest person that you will ever lay your eyes on. His looks betray, and he also has these eyes. He has they're both gray. He has steel gray eyes, but one of them is lighter than the other one, and it's noticeable. So technically, he has two different color eyes, but they're both shades of gray. He's just beautiful, and he's sweet, beautiful looking. Next, we have Spencer. Spencer is the love interest of Aaliyah, and I noticed you probably noticed that I immediately began to smile thinking about him because I actually love this character. Spencer is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Spencer is pretty, which he gets kind of ragged about because he is really pretty. But he's also like really tortured. You can see in him that his looks are actually marred a little bit from how mistreated he had been all his life. And the sadness that's really like behind his eyes. But still, even through that, he's just a great kid. Let's just get them out of the way now. The Beach Twins. Because as soon as I put in, fraternal, blonde haired, white haired twins, billions and billions and billions of pictures came up. You have Barbara and you have Baron. They're beaches. They're bitches. I hate them. And we're going to move on. Okay, so we have Dar Ciccone. Now, this girl doesn't really have the exact look that I was going for because this girl is beautiful, but Dar is a stunner. But at the same time, she's the kind of person who plays down her looks, not because she's like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm pretty or nothing like that. She just plays it down because she's not interested. It's not a thing to her. And the other thing about her, she always has like some kind of rainbow colored hair. Like me. She's just really out there. So that's Dar. Next we have Orchid. Now I don't know who this little girl is, but she is the perfect Orchid. She's exactly how I see Orchid. Out of all the kids, they at least look their age, 16, 17, some are 18. But poor little Orchid, she's 17, almost 18 years old, and she looks every bit of 12, poor thing. She's just a little pixie tiny thing. And the fact that she wears her hair like either in two puffs or two braids or, two cornrows to the back doesn't help the fact that it makes her still like a little kid. But don't let that fool you. She ain't no little kid. She's tough. Don't let the size, don't let the looks fool you. The little girl is Spitfire. Lisa Capriel, yes. She is Spencer's younger sister. And she has that same sadness behind her eyes, They have the crazy wild hair and the sadness. So, I really don't want to get into her, but this picture is kind of perfect to me. This is kind of who I see when I see Lisa. Next up, we have Carter Locklear. Now, Carter, not much to say about her. She is a pretty girl. She doesn't have much going on upstairs, but she's pretty, so this picture works. Next, we have Marquise Flint. Whew, those Flint boys, they be fine. This kid sort of makes me think of Marquise because he has a lot of hair and he just puts it all over his head. He doesn't care about how crazy it looks. but it's not perfect. Like, I'm still looking for Marquise. And big brother Aaron, again, they're just gorgeous. And this kid makes me think of Aaron. Here you go. So now we have Pooey. Pooey, this girl, whoever this girl is, would nail Pooey if her hair was lighter. Everything else is perfect. Like, if Pooey's hair is almost, the way she's described is her hair and her eyes are and complexion are pretty much the same. So she's real golden, and she has golden hair and she has golden eyes. But this girl's looks, I mean, when I saw her, I was like, wow, that's Pooey. So last we have Pierce. Poor Pierce. You'll find out why I say that later. But Pierce is a Sophos. He's Chase's big brother. And they got those Sophos looks. I like to say it's like a Clark Kent kind of look with like the medium complexion and the dark hair and the light eyes. That's just them. That's what they are. This guy comes pretty close. Again, I'm still looking for the Sophos kids, but this is good. This is a good representation. And the final question, number 5, who would do the music? Right off the bat, I know I would want Chase Holfelder to do his magic. The man is amazing. He's haunting. He gives me chills whenever I listen to anything he does. Next on the team, I would want Brendan Urie. Oh my God. I don't even know what I would do. If he said, okay, we're in the room, we're going to make this happen kind of thing, I would die. And the person that I think will bring it all together and make magic happen to the point where everybody is going to scream is Karen Maliki Sanchez. The genius of Karen Maliki Sanchez on my TV show, I would die 3 deaths. But I would have to revive because I would want to listen to what the 3 of them got together and came up with. Oh my fucking God. I got chills thinking about it. That is a prayer I'm going to keep saying until it actually comes true. Okay, so that's the tag. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time, you know what to do.
Fight for me, that's all I ask you do. Don't erase me. Silence